Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Lady Calamere. I'm sure glad you're here. And I am doing my 200th video. Yay! We're up to number 200. Wow, it's been a long journey, especially if you've been with me since the beginning. For my very first video, which was on Oya. So, Persephone, we're doing a presentation on the Greek goddess Persephone. Okay, Persephone. Persephone. Some people make the mistake of saying that Persephone was once the maiden goddess of flowers and of growth and frolicked with the nymphs. That was her aspect, her original aspect of Kori. Kori just means daughter. Kori is used today in modern Greece to call their girls Kori, which means daughter. Persephone comes about when she goes to the underworld or drugged to the underworld. Then she becomes Persephone. And when this goddess comes back and brings the flowers and brings vegetation with her because of her coming back to the earth, on the top of the earth, she is back to being Kori. So she is like a coin. There is two sides. She is the light maiden, and she is the dark maiden who becomes like a mother, the mother to the dead. Persephone is her darker side. Persephone is her self-empowerment side. It is her sovereign queen side. It is her aspect that has grown and nurtured and is wise and is in charge of herself and has become queen of the realm of the dead with her husband, the king Hades, who is pronounced Hades here, but in Greek is Hades. The H is not pronounced, and the D is like a th side, a th sound, a very short th sound. So Hades. So Persephone now, she took that name. She gave herself that name. Where Kori, her life was controlled, and basically she was naive. It's beautiful but naive, and did not have control of her own destiny. Now Persephone, when this role either she took or was thrust upon her, she now takes upon her destiny. Sometimes things are thrust upon ourselves and we have no control of it, of what's happening to ourselves, but then we can take control of ourselves. We can take control of the situation. We now can say, okay, this has been thrust upon me. Now I am going to be the queen of this. So Persephone is in charge of her life. So I want to eventually do a presentation on Kori, and here is a statue of her as Persephone, and we still see she's holding a sheath of wheat, but we see skulls in the pomegranate. And we see skulls here of all the dead. And we see the tree that is no longer in bloom, but is now winter. But we still see that she is the goddess of flowers, the maiden of the earth. So, where Hades was originally, he wasn't an asshole. He wasn't a dick, as people like to say. Hades is Satan. He is the devil. He is evil. He is the god of the dead. Don't want to invite him. Ooh. Where, no. In fact, when Hades marries Persephone, he doesn't cheat on her. Okay? He doesn't have the wandering eye. He doesn't go around wham bam thank you ma'am to everything that has a hole in it. Wham bam thank you ma'am or wham bam thank you man. So he doesn't screw everything that has a hole in it. Loki, you need to stop this growling. Be a good boy. My cat being a... My cat's a dick. But that's besides the point. If I have to, I'm gonna have to put him up. So, Persephone, is she approachable? 50-50. I'm gonna give that 50-50. Okay? If you are scared of spirits and the dead, and you have an unhealthy association with death, and you may want to approach her in her maiden aspect of Corey during the spring and summer times. During the fall and winter, we have Persephone. Now, how people in America like to say, oh, she's controlled the fall and winter, and as Persephone, and as Corey, she's spring and summer. See, the Greeks, ancient Greeks, had 3 seasons, not 4. So when you look at this, they had a cold season, winter. That's when she was in the underworld. So originally, depending on the story of how many pomegranates she either ate or was forced down her by Hades, was either 1 to 6, depending on the stories and the author telling them. So in the stories, it said I ate 1 kernel of pomegranate, which now she is destined to stay 1/3 of the year in the underworld. For the other 2 seasons was like spring and summer. Then you had winter. So, favorite people for Persephone are those who give comfort to the dying and those who give comfort to the souls of the dead, as well as widows. So those who help the dead, escort them to the other side, or like psychopomps themselves, like she is a psychopomp. She's also a chthonic deity. Even as Corey, she is a chthonic deity dealing with the earth and the land. So the psychopomp is now the guide of souls, of those who have passed on. She can help the souls. She guides them. She directs them. So she's a psychopomp. So if you are directing the souls, the ghosts, to go to the realms that they want to or need to go, whether it's a good place or a bad place, you're saying, but you can't stay here, you're guiding them. So those are people. Persephone manifests as a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful young woman. People like to say, oh, Persephone's our crone aspect. And Corey's our maiden aspect. She's only a crone in wisdom. Just like Hecate. And her handmaiden is, speaking of which, is Hecate, who we call Hecate here, or Hecate, but is Hecate in Greek. Listen to how the Greeks pronounce the name. They're gonna say Hecate. You'll be like, what? Huh? Who's Hecate? She's Hecate. So Hecate is the one that's going to provide for Persephone. She promises the goddess Demeter. Is Demeter. in Greece, that she will provide for her daughter, and that she will serve her daughter, and she will help protect her daughter, and she's going to teach her daughter. So she is the handmaiden of Persephone. Her parents, most stories, is Demeter, and Zeus, who is Zeus. So you know how I'm pronouncing the American way we say it, and the Greek way. Zeus is her father, the king of the gods. So if you want to know anything about Gati or Zeus, Hades, please look on my channel. I have done a presentation on those. So it is said that that Aphrodite is her rival, as well as Minthi. Minthi gets punished. So, and since I brought it up, where we get the word Minth from, Minthi had a thing, a roving eye for Hades. And she asked to come into the realm to Persephone. And she was like, oh yeah, you can come in, doll. And Persephone punishes Minthi to become the mint plant. Hey, Hades, would you like some mint tea? Can I interest you in some mint tea? Now, in some versions, it's Demeter. Because Hades is the brother of Demeter, so he's the uncle of Persephone, and they are niece and uncle married. But sometimes Demeter gets mad at Minthi for trying to interfere with the relationship between Persephone and Hades. She doesn't want her daughter's heart broken, so she turns Minthi into the mint plant. Hey everyone, you want some mint tea? I invented some mint. Anyone mint jelly with your lamb? Anyways, I hope I have time to get into the stories. But, as Corey, everyone pretty much interfered. Apollo, who I did a presentation on, too, wanted the hand of Persephone. Demeter said, hell no, get away. Hermes spied the beautiful girl and said, I'd like to marry your daughter. Go away. She wouldn't let anyone marry her daughter. Again, didn't even ask Corey what she thought. Hey, by the way, the Olympian god of the sun, Apollonos, asked for your hand in marriage. Hermes asked. She said no. She wanted to keep her daughter virginal and pure forever. She kept a close eye on her 24/7. She had the pre-approved activities for Corey. Kind of the overbearing mother, but a good mother, but overbearing. Very worry-ward. Where are you? When will you be back? Who are you with? That type of mother. Keeping an eye on her daughter. But as fate was have it, Zeus said, my daughter should marry. And Hades was like, I'll get into a little bit of the story. I like your daughter. I've seen her. She's beautiful. So Zeus had a plan. And guess what? If you look into the stories deeper, Gaia also interfered. She also helped Hades. So, if you look into one of the hymns, and it is said that she made the Narcissus, the beautiful, interesting Narcissus, grow to trick the beautiful, bright maiden into going towards it to pick it up. And wish a fissure opened up, and out came Hades and grabs the girl. I gotta stop a fight. I'll be right back. Now, Mew Mew, that is me. No, you are not destroying this altar. Mew Mew? Mew Mew. Stop. Come here. Come here. Here, look. Have a snack. Have a snack. Okay? Stop. Sir Mew Mew is being mean to Lady Boss. And Lady Boss just almost jumped on this altar. And this is my new statue. And you see she's holding a pomegranate. So, in the stories, he brings Persephone to the underworld. Originally, he did not rape her. But later on, we gotta add rape. So the rape aspect of the Homeric hymn came later from the place of Eleusis. So Eleusis is where the rites of Persephone, Demeter, and there's the greater mysteries and the lesser mysteries of Eleusis. And Eleusis is basically meaning a happy greeting. So eventually, the Greek myths, when patriarchal, So it is important to remember that the works by Homer, it should be pronounced Omer, or the Homeric, ixnay on the H sound, authors such as Ovid, written in patriarchal times, said, you know what? Let's add rape. Let's subdue the feminine. Let's subdue the goddesses. Let's add rape. Yeah. So they added rape. Awful, right? To have dominance over women. Bet you didn't know that. Maybe you did. But if you didn't, now you learned something. So it was later added that Hades raped her on the way there. And in some stories, he put the pomegranate seeds in her mouth because he did not want to lose her. So, now you know that. So, Eleusis actually means a place of happy arrival. Sorry, the place of joyful or the place of happy arrival. Interesting, there are several rivers, and there are lesser known rivers in the underworld. Everyone knows the river Styx, but Persephone reigned over several underworld rivers, especially the Acheron River. It's a lesser known underworld river as compared to the Styx River, but was one of the most important rivers in the underworld, which souls were believed to have to cross in the underworld. So she had rulership of that. No, Sir Mew Mew. Mew Mew. Come on, let's have mommy time. Come on, sit on my lap. I know you want it. Mew Mew. I know you're bored. Come on. Why do you guys insist on doing this shit when I'm doing my presentation? You guys were like, kumbaya. And now all of a sudden, you're like World War III here. It never fucking ends with you guys. So it is one of the most important rivers in the underworld. So anyways, the Acheron, hope I'm saying it right in Greek, Acheron. Acheron. I thought that was interesting. It's okay, so anyways, in Rome, Persephone is known as Proserpina. No, no, Mew Mew, no, please, for the love of Persephone, do not jump on that altar. Okay, you can jump. Come on. Now you can jump. Come on. You want to be part of it? Come on. I just made room for you. What do you want, boy? Y'all, you know, you cats have everyone laughing at me. I'm a laughing stock. So Persephone, her constellation and her astrological sign is Virgo. Now, her plants and trees. Persephone loves all flowers. When she goes in the underworld, all the flowers follow their mistress into the underworld. But she especially loves poisonous, toxic plants. Be careful when handling them and keep them away from your animals. Sometimes just touching things like poison oak, which she happens to like, it's not gonna have a good day for you. So there are some people that are immune to it. I had an ex. I was like, I hate you. You can touch poison ivy and hardly have any reaction. You suck. Leaves the 3. Leave them be. Hi, Sir Mew Mew. Are you gonna be an asshole and going after your sister? No, Mew Mew? Okay. You're done. No, you're not gonna bite me. You're being a... Stop being a crybaby. Where's my fishing pole for cats? The toy at the end of it. No, go away. Yeah, go away. You're gonna be a dick. Go away. Her fruit that she especially loves, and that is her symbol, is pomegranate. Also, the black poplar, as well as the willow. The narcissus is her flower, as well as the herb parsley. So another thing is her colors. A lot of people have seen with her is purple. Knock it off. Okay. As well as dark red. You really got to knock that over, right? So her colors are purple and dark red. I'm just used to this, so I can just go on. I don't have notes or a script, as you can tell. Again, also people like to associate her with black. So that's fine. But definitely shades of purple, or definitely hers. Her animals, that definitely her animals are seen as bats. Her other animals are spiders, Pigs are also associated with her and sacrificed to her. So swine or have been sacrificed to her in ancient times. Oh my god. You cats like to throw me off. Uh, sometimes, some people have associated with her as spiders as well. But bats are definitely her animals. Now, also, her iconography, her image, especially a blessed image, has been used to chase away ghosts or ward off ghosts and ward off negative spirits. As with death, she is used to banish bad spirits and also to help you communicate with your ancestors, those who have crossed over, and to help those who have to cross over, and help those who didn't know they died to realize that yes, you have crossed. Your cord has been cut. You've left your body. It's done. It's time to cross over. Time to go home. She is also used for a good death, a peaceful death, a painless death. To accept death, to accept one's own mortality. She can help you win to how to she can help you with the safe communication of the dead, because communication with the dead, that ain't no joke. You got to be careful with that. Persephone also owns a box that contains beauty, which she lends out to different goddesses as well as to those who are devoted to her. So she is invoked and called for, or evoked to enhance beauty, to have charm, to have charisma, for grace, to have beauty around them, beauty, to have them beautiful inside and out, to have the sense of beauty. So if you're doing spells for beauty spells, Persephone's your gal. How long have I been talking? Sir Mimu is quiet. And so is Lady Boss. It's kumbaya time for them. But if you're new to the show, just know my cats, there's 8 cats here, okay? 8. Yes, 8. All different ages, different colors, different breeds. So, Corey coming into Persephone is a story of growth, is a story of change, is a story of evolving in every way. The marriage between Persephone and Hades is generally very good. They get along like peas and carrots. She's his light and he's her dark. They are yin and yang, peas and carrots. Hades is not ugly. When Hades appeared before Corey, before she comes to Persephone, when he appears before Corey, she sees a strikingly handsome fellow. Not some ugly, old, evil, blah, 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 demonic force. He, and I don't mean that in a bad way, you know, I work with some of these demonic forces, so, you know, like Puzzle Zoo, but he's not some ugly old asshole. He's deeply in love with her. He's smitten by her. So, you know, she's his sunny day and he's her cloudy day. She's his day and he's her night. They complement each other. So, she is the story of transformation. It's through her. She changes her transformation. It's great. There's even a song. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. She changes, she touches, she touches, she changes. So that song, that's about Corey Persephone. When she comes in the underworld, she's like, let's turn this gloom and except for like the Elysian Fields, which you had to usually die of a heroic death to get there, be a hero. She made it, which is like the place where you wanted to be. I mean, there's different levels. There's 3 different levels, and Asphodel. There's Tartarus, which you don't want to be. But she and her daughter and her mother, and through her love, through her pity, through her empathy, she changes the underworld. She's like, we're going to add some light. We're going to add some beauty. We're going to help these souls here. We're going to help those to get to the heaven, Elysian Fields. The normal people. The not normal, but the regular people. The regular Joes. The regular people, you know. To get to the Elysian Fields. And through that was through the religion of the Eleusinian mysteries. But she was the one to take care of the dead and to show love to the dead and be a mother, a real mother. To have compassion and the soft touch which Othis needed. So, when she's in the underworld, she deeply misses the earth, the land, the living. She deeply misses her flowers. She deeply misses her nymphs. She deeply misses her mother. She deeply misses seeing the sunlight and the clouds and the rainbows. So, of course, Demeter is in sorrow. She searches high and low for her daughter. And she no longer ate, she no longer bathed herself or even brushed her hair. She mourned and mourned and mourned. Where are you? Where are you, my beautiful Corey? Where are you, my beautiful daughter? Where are you? She asked everywhere, have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter? Ilios, of course, kept silent. He was the Titan of the Sun. He's the Titan of the Sun, and who sees everything. High and low, and Agati comes up to her. Demeter, your daughter's been kidnapped. I heard her scream. I just didn't see it. So eventually she goes to Zeus, and Zeus comes clean. I married your daughter because you wouldn't let her be a woman. You were just gonna let her be a little girl, and she, I found a good husband for her. Well, where I didn't ask you for this, and who did you marry her to? Oh, your brother, your brother who you have now you cut off ties. They're uh, the Immoderting didn't like Hades, and she basically had no contact with him, and she was pissed. You know what? Let winter take the earth, and the frost and the ice and the snow came for the crops in the fields and the plants and the trees, then the mammals, all mammals including humans. And everything started dying off, and the gods were concerned. Hades was kind of concerned. He's like, all these dead people are coming. All the dead, all the souls of the dead. Too many, too many, too many. Zeus was like, holy shit, the creation's being destroyed. Who's gonna worship us? Who's gonna give us food? Oh no. So Zeus decided, okay, Hermes, fetch Persephone. And Hermes comes and brings Persephone, you know, to the earth. And when she greets her mother and her daughter. And of course, her mother was overjoyed to see her daughter, and her daughter was overjoyed to see her mother because she did miss her mother. And they hugged, and they were happy, but she noticed something different. Something changed about Corey. She's not the same. Zeus had to act. Oh, dear daughter, did you eat anything in the underworld? And in some stories it was Hades who forced her or tricked her to eating. Hey, aren't you famished, beautiful wife? Just have a little bit of pomegranate. And she confessed that in some stories 1 kernel, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 6. And Zeus was like, oh, dear God. Dear me, dear me, dear me. And sorry, Commander, but she's going to have to stay in the underworld. But we're going to have to strike a deal here, because if I don't make the dealio, everything's fucked. Everything's dead. So he decreed that 2/3 of the year she'll be with her mother, spring and summer, and 1/3 she'll be with her husband. But she did love her husband, and she eventually loved him, and she loved her well. But now she gets the best of both worlds. She gets the upper world and the underworld. So there's a story with that. Offerings to Persephone. What would you want to give her? Okay. Dark crystals, black crystals, smoky quartz, shamanite, numite. So definitely black crystals. Images of the dead. Flowers. Like I said, be careful with poisonous. You can grow narcissus, roses, and these flowers you want to keep away from your cats and dogs. Roses is known to also give cats diarrhea, so keep. Spring flowers, you can make a wreath for her with flowers. Sheaves of wheat. She is partial to wine and mead and honey. Of course, chocolate and candy. In modern times, we can give her pan of the dead. The bread. Pan de los muertos. I hope I'm saying it right. The bread of the dead. She likes things of, she likes pomegranate, of course. Pomegranate juice, pomegranate bread, pomegranate wine. Unfortunately, I can no longer eat pomegranates. I love pomegranates. I eventually grew an allergy to it. Kind of starts making my throat scratchy and everything. I start building up mucus, so you can give her pomegranate juice. Palm Wonderful. Of course, I'm not endorsing anything. I'm just giving you some ideas. Pomegranate this and pomegranate that. Apples. Apples are also associated with her. Apple juice, apple wine, apple this, and apple pie, and apple bread, and apple cake. So apples, things fresh from your garden, like she deals with flowers and growth, but also she takes them with her to the underworld. Horses have also been associated with her because Persephone, from Illusion Mysteries, she returns to Earth on a regal, beautiful horse-drawn carriage. And her mother's history, Demeter, as a horse goddess, which is associated with her. So we also see that later on as Corey becoming a victim of circumstances and a victim, and we also see her as survivor and as triumphant. The victim of circumstances is now triumphant in her circumstances. The young girl has become a woman. From just playing around and having fun to being working. She is a powerful mama. Now, interesting thing that I wanted to tell you. Did you know in Athens, the dead were called Demetrioi? Demetrioi meant Demeter's people. So the Demetrioi. I hope I'm saying it right. I try to say it things as best as I can. So we see Demeter, this beautiful woman, becoming this haggardly woman because she's in sorrow, searching for her daughter, all over for her daughter. She searches all over for her daughter. So we see her aging really quick. And then, of course, when she has her daughter, she's like beautiful and motherly. So you can also if you have your life controlled, put it, even in an arranged marriage, and this still happens, is making yourself a queen. And to triumph over circumstances and not just being a victim, for becoming a victim to survivor. This is Persephone is also a good goddess to work with your shadow work, where Corey is working with your inner child. So you want to use Persephone for your inner shadows, your the abused self, the dark, your inner darkness, your inner demons, your things that you have locked in a closet. or that your mind has locked in, and something bad happens, and for some reason you can't remember from, like, you know what happened, like, from part A to part Z, but you don't know the middle of it. You don't know, sort of like the alphabet, like, you just don't know the middle of it. You can't remember. This Your mind does that because it's trying to protect you. So sometimes, when your body's trying to protect you, when you have a fever, but now it's killing you, or your immune system is attacking you instead of helping you, sometimes Persephone is like that to help, you to sort this shit out where your mind is going to work, your body's going to work. I'm not saying if your immune system's attacking you, let me call Persephone and she'll help me. No, she can. But, there's other factors like therapy, medicine, you know, even spiritual work and mind work. But Corey is now the inner child. To take care of your inner child, to have, you know, to have fun is, it's just, Persephone is about the fun aspect. Corey is about the fun aspect. Persephone is the nitty gritty. She helps you to connect with and utilize your personal power. She is courage under fire. She is the neophyte to the initiate. Okay, she is the neophyte who becomes the priest or priestess. She is not just physical changes. For a woman, she is, from the young girl, from the virgin to the wife. She is that aspect of the girl before her period and after her period. She is the change in women. So there is a story that was later on that Zeus, her own father, seduced her, or later on, like, forces herself upon her, and she gives birth to Zagreus, the holy bull. It keeps on the shape of the bull. So now, one of the key aspects of the illusion mysteries, was a consumption of a holy drink known as kykeon. K-Y-K... Oh, sorry. I should have wrote this down. K-Y-K... Why did I say that key? K-Y-K-E-O-N. K-Y-K-E-O-N. So this was because in the story of the meter, was the child she was caring for. She asked Metanaria, the mother of the child she was caring for, to bring her a drink made of barley, pennyroyal barley, and water. One of the most controversial ingredient of this drink was believed by some historians to have the use of ergot, ERGOT, which is a fungus found in certain strains of wheat which can have, it's a psychotropic agents, but also can have, be highly toxic. The drug is commonly, is basically what LSD is made from, but of course it's lab created, and which causes, ergot causes, one, to, from anything from visions to hallucinate to a point of, some people also believe that ergot was responsible for believing that this person did this and that person did that. Yeah, I saw them. I saw them fly with a broomstick up their ass and, you know, shooting stars and flames out of their fingers and turn themselves into dragons. I saw it. I saw it because they were hallucinating. Let's burn him. Let's burn her. But that wasn't just the only cause of the witch burnings. I'm just saying, some people believe that it was ergot, that people were hallucinating, that they see demons and dragons, the foul creatures, and their nightmares everywhere. A Czechoslovakian psychiatrist, this guy Stanislav Grof, treated people with LSD in the 60s and 70s, 1960s and 70s, and that a good number of his patients re-experience being born again. Not talk about born again Christians, but re-experience birth. Just interesting things. Now, the greater mysteries began when this religious figure, Hierogenics, made an official proclamation of the opening of the festivities of the greater mysteries. And each initiate was supposed to sacrifice a young swine, a porcine, and then would fast at their homes, at the domiciles, for a day. Pigs have been associated, swine has been associated with the moon, the cycles of life, death. Anyways, I'm just getting too much into it. So another thing that's associated with Corey as well as Persephone is seeds. Bird seeds. Grain. So it's another thing that's associated. Seeds, the shaft, the grain. So, bread. So when we talk about that, offering of bread, just bread to Persephone. How long was I talking about? Oh my god, 54 minutes. I feel like I was only talking about 25 minutes. How time flies. So, the mysteries represent personal growth. So, just like the seed that's planted in a cold, dark ground, in order to flourish, we must be willing to go to the underworld or deep within and search within and experience this metaphorical death and to be reborn again. And like also Persephone also will deal with reincarnation. Please, Persephone, don't let my next life be shit. Or help me so I don't have to reincarnate. So she also represents liberation of the soul. Liberation where I don't have to reincarnate, motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm free. Liberation. She will be like that. What they call it in Hinduism, moksha. The perfection of the soul. So she represents the search for enlightenment. The search for enlightenment. The search for freedom. So she is a savior of souls. She is the guide, she is the shelter, she is the loving arms for the souls and for those, for everyone. The souls on earth and the souls on the other side, especially on the other side as well. As Eleusis means the place of happy or joyful arrival. And the mysteries were kept mysteries. And if this said, if you betrayed the mysteries and telling everyone about it, you were excommunicated and even pushed out of the society. Like, go out, wander, just get the hell out of here. So, you know, if people who committed crimes such as murder, and people, especially Greek citizens that were not of sound morals, were not invited or initiated into the mysteries. Powerful people, including the very rich, the very well educated, philosophers, emperors, were initiated into the Eleusinian mysteries. They were state sponsored as well as secretive. So it due to the accessibility of the Greek society brought them together. So it was a community of initiated people. It was community. It wasn't just a religion, it was community. And there is also evidence to believe that Greek foreigners who spoke Greek could also participate in the Eleusinian mysteries. That matter of what your social class, your age, your sex, whether you're male or female. Especially, you can be part of it. And this was a place where females can have power. This was a religion where women can have power. So the Eleusis, the location where the rites were actually carried out, was a small town called Eleusis, which was 14 miles away from Athens. So anyways, Hades eventually became known as Pluton. He's a god. He's Pluton, the rich god, the wealthy god, god of the dead. So, anyways, how long have I been talking about this goddess? I got the nice skull candle here with her, and this is this altar cloth is less than a month. Oh, I had it for less than a month. By the way, both Athens and Eleusis benefited from this religion and promoted economic growth. So, you know. So, we can't, due to the secretive nature of these Eleusinian mysteries, a lot of it, some of it has been lost, at least through archaeological evidence. But archaeological evidence can provide some clues and insights. Now, the lesser mysteries were held in a place called Agra, which is a suburb of Athens. The burbs. And this took place in the month that we know today as February. And the greater mysteries, the greater mysteries was held around this time of the year. So during this time of the year that we are in, September and October, from the greater mysteries took place from September, October, and were said, to last 9 days in honor of the 9 days. In honor of the 9 days that Corey's mother, Demeter, spent wandering the earth in search of her daughter. 9 days she searched. 9. Remember that. She searched 9 days. So the first time participants of the mysteries were referred to as Mystai. 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 And they were accompanied by the Epoptai. Those were those who already participated in it and were considered and viewed as the watchers of those who have seen. Those who have witnessed. Like the Demeter's and Persephone's witnesses. I had to say that. So the role of the Apoptai was to help the Mystai, to guide and support them during initiations. So the mysteries occur at the end of the mysteries occur at the end of the fallow period and before the fall rains. The autumn rains. This was the pivotal time between the fertile and the barren periods of the yearly cycle. Wow, I've been blabbing. Yep. That's what I've been doing. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you learned. So when Persephone returns to the earth as Corey from the underworld, she is accompanied by a procession of dancing Horae, the Morai, and the Charities. 9 beautiful dancers. This goddess is now invoked to find your one true love, your twin flame, your soulmate, the person you're supposed to be with, the man or woman that you're supposed to be with. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you've gone this far, you're so cool. Thank you. My birthday has already passed. Some announcements. There's this. Check out Bath Bomb, a movie called Bath Bomb. They're raising money, so check it out. It's a horror movie. It's supposed to be like a gore fest movie, so check that out if you're into the gore fest. I love gore movies, gory movies. I sure do. And also, what's coming out, I think in a few days, by Vincent DeSanti, Womp Stomp Films. Never Hike Alone Part 2. If you're into Jason Voorhees, Crystal Lake, Friday the 13th, check it out on YouTube. It will be coming out. There's trailers for Never Hike Alone. The movie's Never Hike Alone 2. There's a movie already out on YouTube, Never Hike Alone and Never Hike in the Snow. So check those out. I really like Never Hike in the Snow a lot better. That's just me. But they're really, really, really good, both of them. So also, I will eventually go sing more concerts. I'm going to be seeing Cradle of Filth, Devil Driver. I'm also have concerts lined up to see bands called Satan, Hellfrost, and Isotrophy. Birthday just passed. If you like this video, please share with your friends and family. Put it on Facebook, as I always say. And if you really like my video, give me a like. Hit that like button and press the subscribe, because it helps me to know I'm doing a good job and lets my channel grow and grow. I have almost 500 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. A special thanks to you. And thanks to all those who watched this. So thank you, because because of you watching my video, and every time you watch it, it changes the algorithm. It gets out to everyone out there. So as you know, I don't put music because certain music is not allowed on YouTube without this right, that right. And if it is public domain, and so even if it's I could use it, then it's banned in certain areas in certain countries. So just no music. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please, 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 the shelters are overwhelmed with animals. Get yourself a furry friend, or a scaly friend, or a feathered friend. And don't just get it as a gift or as a thing to, and once, oh, I'll have it for a few years and just throw it away or give it away. Don't do that. It's a long commitment. Cats are at least, the average lifespan is around 15 years. Sometimes they can live up to 20 years, sometimes longer. So remember, it's a commitment, man. You gotta give them water, food, love. If it's a medium or long hair, definitely needs brushing almost every day. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. As always, love y'all. Blessed be.